of you, and today I am meeting you from Dijon, France. And I think that means Dijon, France is a kind of very near village to Paris. It's not a village, actually, it is a city. And from Paris, in the high speed train, it may be like 1.5 hours from Paris. And recently, we were able to go to this beautiful area for a day outing. And I just thought to share the things we saw there and what we did there, and how you will going to have a kind of 1 day trip from Paris to Dijon and back. And so I will take you to the city of Dijon, and then when you say Dijon, Dijon is actually a small town, but the area of Dijon is called Burgundy. So Burgundy is very famous for wine production. In France, what I heard is like there are very popular wine production areas. One is of course Bordeaux, and the other one is Burgundy area. So this Dijon and Burgundy are very near to each other, and then very popular for wine production as well. So if you have heard about Pinot Noir, the red wine, so Burgundy is very famous for this Pinot Noir. And then for the white wine, it's very famous for the Chardonnay, the wine variety which is called Chardonnay. It is a white wine. So that is the speciality of this area. And when we tell about Bordeaux, it is more commercialized, and wine is also very commercial kind of production. But when it comes to Burgundy, still they have like very traditional way of making wine, and not as commercialized as the Bordeaux area. So not only wine, when you say Dijon, we all remember about Dijon mustard. So Dijon mustard is the mustard cream that we are using in cooking and preparing food, and with bread and butter and mustard cream and all that. So the name Dijon coming from this particular area in France, and of course now there is no mustard at all. But there are some shops that we can buy Dijon mustard, but the production is not there. That means the mustard seed cultivation is no more in this particular area. But I will recommend you what we did for 1 day trip from Paris to Dijon. So we went there by train, and then we get out from the train, and it is a Franco-Swiss train. Actually, the train go from Gare de Lyon in Paris, and it goes to Switzerland. So Dijon, to get down from Dijon, that is the very first stop of this train, and then from there it is like walking distance to the Dijon city center. So as always, you see, it's all about castles and churches when we are going in Paris, as well as any other European city. So this city is also the same, with palaces and the churches that we can see all around. But we got a tour from the tourist office in Dijon area, and they took us to a tower, and with a guided tour. So they took us on the top of the tower, where we saw a panoramic view of Dijon with lot of churches and lot of houses, and how the area has been built. It is very nice view. So we cannot go there alone, as far as I got to know. So we have to go to the tourist office there and see when is the next trip to this tower, and then with a guide we can go there on the top of the tower. And that is very beautiful area to see whole of the Dijon and Burgundy, and the far end you will see the agricultural area. So it is very nice view. And Dijon is a very small town for a cozy coffee and a croissant, and you can have lot of like traditional way of cooking is there, and you can feel some gastronomy also. So in that scenario, we went to the Morning Glory Cafe, and I would recommend that cafe to anyone who is going to Dijon. It is from walking distance from the Gare, or the station, Dijon train station, and we had a very nice breakfast there. So they offer the typical Dijon gastronomy dishes, and all the other dishes that are very famous in this European region. So we had first a breakfast there, And then we had a small tour around Dijon city and the city center area. And then we went to that top of that tour to look at the area as from a bird's eye view or the panoramic view. And then our next stop is like going to see the chateau and the vineyards plus wine tasting. This wine tasting has done by Château Marsannay. So this chateau, the castle, is a age-old place where they have been making wine, and they have been making wine using several methods. And what we learned during our wine tasting session is like, even though the wine lands are very near to each other, with the soil content and with the latitude and altitude and the slope of the soil and the landscape, the taste of the wine can be very different from each one another. So that is the speciality of their wine. So based on that difference only, they have made different names under different brand names. They are making wine. And they have a big wine cellar downstairs. That means in the cave, we tell a cave in French. So in the cave, they have a lot of different wine barrels made out of oak wood, and they have been preparing wine for like, they have been keeping wine for like maximum maybe 18 years or 15 years. If not, they have made wine that made for 1 year before, 2 years, 3 years, and all that. So maximum is there. And then the oak wood has been used to make these wine barrels. The reason is that with this oak wood, that means the taste of the wine does not change a lot. That means it gives a very sweet and very good taste when it is in this oak barrels. Otherwise, if we use another hard wood or something like that, the taste of the wine may be not as good as the wine we tasted. So we tasted this wine, like there were six types of red wines and there were two types of white wines. And they were explaining like from in the plateau from which area the grapes have been cultivated and the grapes have been taken, and how much time they have been kept in the cellars, and then how much rainfall they got at that particular time, and then how much sunlight they got during the day and during the daytime. So it has lot of characteristics that varies according to the condition that the vineyards are being exposed to. So likewise, so this is like a big area of wine state, and even the same wine state, when it goes when the slope is higher, the taste is different than when the slope is lower. So when we were there, it was like just after the wine season. That means there were very new kind of wines, and it was like after the harvesting season. So it is like very new wines are there, and there are a lot of new inventions that they have made according to the wine they have got in recent crops. So it is very nice time to go there and see these things and enjoy the wine in this cold weather. Of course, this September, October months, it is the autumn season. So after the harvesting of the wine, after the harvesting and then making wine, people are relaxing, and then people are coming to see this area. They are going like picnics to taste this wine and all. So it is kind of very like enjoyable thing at this moment of time after the wine harvesting period. So to do wine harvesting, of course, Dijon town itself, you cannot do that. You have to come little away from the Dijon town. But just after you pass the Dijon town, there are a lot of places where we can do this wine tasting. And it is, I would say, it is a must if you go there. If you go to see the see the place and the things in Dijon and Burgundy area, wine tasting may be a must. And um, some people, of course, may like to stay in Dijon for like for one more night. So it is also recommended. But if you stay in Paris, I would recommend, like, it is very, like, if you start quite early, it is very well organized, as well as economic wise also. It is very practical to go there for a day and then enjoy the day, have a cozy coffee, and then enjoy the place. And coming back to the Paris may be like 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. or even late night. And in the Dijon town, in the Dijon city center area, it has a kind of history where the Italians and Greeks have come to this area of France, and they have their architecture and their building methods and all of their culture has been influenced by this Greek architecture, and sculpture making mechanisms and all have been influenced by the Greek civilizations. So even in the churches and even inside other places, there are some places where they have been kept as it is, to show how the Greek influence, how the Italian influence have been amalgamated with French in these areas during those times. So the way that the churches have been built and the sculptures have been made, all that are good testimonies to say that culture and civilization and the architecture and everything is not happen at a certain place on earth. This is the amalgamation, or this work has been mingled, and this work has been taken influences from each one another, where finally they have been able to build like masterpieces, and they have been able to build some good monumental architectural valuable things, and they have been endowed those valuable architectural things to the generations to come. And that's why today we also enjoy this kind of thing, and today we also have the chance to admire these architectural values in the world. So that is a kind of like architectural heritage that this country has got over the years, and today we are going there maybe as tourists, or maybe as researchers, or maybe as just laymen like me. And then we enjoy and we admire the prowess and the quality of this architecture, and how beautiful they look today, even today. So this is a kind of time to admire, and time to value the things that people have been built over the years, for us, for today, for us to enjoy. So it is like a general description or general introduction about Dijon, and I just want to share our experience with you. So we had a very nice time over there. And if I speak a little bit about the trains, of course, here, if you book the train early, your cost must be quite lower. But since we booked this last time, we had spent a quite lot of money on our transportation, of course. But the train is very comfortable, and it has lot of space and lot of freedom for you to travel. No hustle and bustle like going to a aircraft and then getting boarded into it and all. So no hustle and bustle like that. So if you can plan early, I would recommend plan early the Grand Vitesse or the high speed train. And since it is a Franco-Swiss one, it is quite comfortable, and that means the area you see while you're traveling on train. I could not get any video during the traveling on train because it's so high speed and the weather was not so good. But we are so lucky when we were in Dijon. It was sunny, and it was a quite nice experience in Dijon itself. But when we were going from Paris to Dijon, it was not so nice. It was misty and all. So in the train, I could not get any pictures for you. So sorry for that. And yes, this is the experience I want to share. And to show you like why Dijon and the Burgundy area is popular in France, and why the trip is recommended and what you can do there. And from that means that from age old, from over the years, that Dijon has been a very friendly neighbor of Paris itself, and there are a lot of potential for tourism as well. I think a lot of tourists go there because of this Dijon name. The name is world famous, so a lot of tourists prone to go to Dijon even for a day trip, and especially for the wine, for the Pinot Noir. So Pinot Noir wine they get is really up to the mark, and it is so natural and so pure, and the explanation they give to the history of wine, and why it is so popular, and why it is so treasure, why it is kind of so treasure and so valuable to this area, is really amazing. So this is Château de Marsannay. That is where we did our wine tasting, and of course they did a very good job with wine tasting and explaining the things and all. So, and Château de Marsannay is not far from the area as well. So it is also a recommended place if you go there. So this is their logo and all that. I have shown you the logo in the video. It's a good place. And since this is the autumn time, they have a lot of autumn markets and village markets where all the village products come to the market. So if you are willing to test some local varieties of food and drink, and local varieties of maybe handicrafts and all, handlooms, handicrafts and all, then we found a kind of local market also on our way back from Dijon. So it is kind of also a nice experience where we were able to get some local food and all. So if you get the chance, please visit this kind of a local market to see what locals produce, and get to know about their local culture and local gastronomy and as well. So all in all, this is a very good experience, and I hope I shared a lot of tips with you if you are for go to Dijon from Paris for one day trip. So thank you so much for watching my video. I really appreciate your time and effort you put to watch this, and thank you very much. Let's meet in another video. Thank you so much.